section, which is the Chapter 7 Color Harmony assignments. So I'm starting with fluorescent red, and I'm just going to put down some red here. It's like very transparent because it's fluorescent. And on the other end, so I've taken a 9x12 piece of Bristol, and I've divided it into 5 sections, so they're all about 2.5 inches high. And now I'm going to make a color with a little yellow ochre, a tiny bit of primary blue, basically going to make a kind of muted green, and I'm also going to put a tiny bit, since that is so transparent, I'm actually going to put a tiny bit of this alizarin crimson. So I'm really trying to create I have a very bright color here in this red, and now I'm making a nice sort of muted green. So I'm going to use the same brush. I'm loading up my brush with color, and I'm going to put that here. So actually that's a little too dark, so I'm gonna lighten it a little bit. I'm really trying to go for something that's in the sort of ever so slightly muted vein here. So I'm gonna put this down, and so the idea here is that we're learning how colors can be combined to create a harmonious color scheme. So we've got very bright red, very muted green. Now we're going to step it down. So remember the color progressions we did. We're going to just add white to sort of lighten this color a little bit. This is the next step, and that's a really nice color. Okay, so we've got muted green, slightly less muted green. Ooh, that was an accident. I'm going to actually pull this out on my rag and go into the red now with a slightly, I'm going to slightly pinky it up by adding white to it. I'm tinting it. So I'm going to load that up, put that here. That's a really cool color. That's nice. This is going to be a 2-part demo because I'm doing the bridge tones here, but I'm also going to be demonstrating the assignment. So now I'm going to take what's on my brush here, and I'm going to make a color from these 2 colors. So now I'm really kind of like getting in there, and it is tinted. Get a little more green in there. Maybe a little more of this. Oh yeah, that's great. So now we have like a sort of family resemblance between the 2 colors. And we'll put that down here. So this is the bridge tone, and this is one of those neutrals that has no name. It's like a very kind of fleshy color, but it's made from both the fluorescent red and the muted green. So when you do this, you're going to try to choose a color that's rather bright on one end and something that's more muted on the other. And the way you can do that is you can reach across the color wheel, and you can add you saw me put a tiny, this being cheaper paint, you know, I'm actually working with what I have here. So this is, while it's a great color, it's very transparent. You see the transparency on the paper here. You can see sort of the marks through it. So this is an example of bridge tones.